Hello, welcome to the Norwood Toastmaster Club. In the next 5 minutes of this video, I want to invite you to meet our members. They will tell you why they joined the Toastmaster Club.
I'm going to ask our new members and even our guests if they want to chip in. Why did you join, or why are you thinking about joining Toastmasters? Do we have any of our new members? Ms. Ella.
Thank you. So I joined Toastmasters because I had a coach evaluate us at work, and I give speeches for work. I work to present for investment committees, and when I listened to the recording of my set, that the coach recorded us, I hated myself. I had so many ahs and ums and all of that, repetitive words, and I decided to join Toastmasters. She encouraged me, this coach, and I was familiar with Toastmasters from previous experience, and I'm so glad that I found Norwood Toastmasters. It's been a very rewarding experience, and it's helping me get my act together, give better speeches, slow down, listen, which is all of these things that so that I've become a better speaker. So I'm very, very thankful. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you, Zella. Steve, would you like to tell us why you joined Toastmasters?
Sure. As I start off with a filler word, growing up, I always had a lot of anxiety about speaking in front of people. I was a pretty shy kid, and I've spent a good chunk of my adult years trying to get over that. I threw myself into my work and my activist work, leading Sierra Club and standing in front of my bosses at the bank and things of that sort. So I really threw myself into the deep end, basically, and even as far as going back to school and getting my degree in communication studies, I really wanted to become more comfortable speaking in front of people. And my little bit of exposure to Toastmasters a few years back really showed me that it had the potential to really be beneficial for me. So when I found myself in this unique position, as most people are during the pandemic, with looking for new work and trying to bone up on their skills and their resumes, I naturally came back to Toastmasters. So that's why I came back.
Very good. Thank you, Steve. David, not to put any pressure on you, but you obviously expressed an interest in joining Toastmasters. Would you like to give us your reasons for why you visited us?
Sure. Well, I think communication is essential for success. And I think that my communication is fairly weak. And I would like to improve it. This is probably a good way to do that.
What do you consider the essence or the essentials of communications? Obviously, public speaking is one of them.
Yeah.
There's a second part of it.
I guess like high levels of self-awareness.
Listening. Yep. How about listening?
Listening. Yeah, that's important.
Well, that's one of the things we practice here. Yeah, we try and practice good listening skills. Thank you, David. Now I'd like to ask any of the experienced members, and they have 2 minutes to tell us what has Toastmasters done for them.
I grew up in a very big family. I was a middle child, one of 10 kids. So I didn't was exposed to anything. So I was in my head doing sports and everything until I went to school, do all the work I need to do, then do accounting and sit down in a corner. But I was doing that subconsciously. Do the job. I don't need to speak. I'll do the job, do the crunch the numbers, and it's about it until I got to a place in my career when I had to explain things. And this is where it got it became very ugly. So I took a tape recorder. I recorded myself talking, and what I was hearing was not pretty, and I was depressed for some times. And I quickly, very very anxiously, went to a Toastmaster that was in Boston, downtown Boston. I started there, and I was in school. I couldn't try to navigate myself, and then I stopped going until I find Norwood Toastmaster. And to tell the truth, it's hard to see your progress, but I can feel that I have lower confidence when I'm speaking versus being afraid, anxious. I feel like I'm in control of that anxiety. I am not there yet, but I feel a little bit like once I started talking, I got I'm in control of my anxiety more or less. But at times it can be up and down, up and down. It's a process, and I'm still in it doing it. And I'm looking forward in September where I get to do that in face to face, which is a bit challenging as well. Thank you.
Thank you, John. You just made me think of an expression, John, about anxiety. Confidence is the medicine for anxiety. Would anybody else like to?
What Toastmasters has done for me is not only given me confidence, but hyper awareness of my speaking abilities. Before, I could speak on a subject I was really enthusiastic about, but when it came to talking extemporaneously, I would bumble through the speech. I would use lots of filler words. I would take very long pauses to come up with thoughts. And I became nervous that I would lose my audience, or have they seen right through me as not an expert? And then imposter syndrome sets in. But over the last 4 years, I've been given the opportunity to have many great speeches here at Norwood Toastmasters, and has built my confidence to where if you put a microphone in front of me, I can talk at length about a subject and for a reasoned, educated response on it based on what I know. And I got to do that 2 years ago when I was a contestant on ABC's The $100,000 Pyramid, where I became very aware of crutch words and filler words, and I was able to speak clearly and confidently to Rosie O'Donnell and Leslie Jones as I worked my way through the game to win $50,000 in a Disney cruise to the Bahamas. But beyond that, especially since I joined when I was unemployed and between jobs, I was able to interview confidently. And as a result, I'm now at a company where I just marked my 4th anniversary. And I still use my skills to help run meetings here at Toastmasters in my job and set me up for leadership success so I can rise above my current position and into more challenging roles. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. Well done. Now that was a excellent advertisement for what Toastmasters can do for you. Anybody else?
I'll give it a go.
Trevor, what a surprise.
Yeah.
Please,
Well,
Trevor.
I originally joined Toastmasters because there was free pizza in the boardroom where I worked. So obviously, go in there and get the free food, better than paying for it. But I stuck around because of what people were saying initially here, the skills, being able to communicate. I was somebody who I could be performative and get up in front of a group and sort of read a poem or something. I was nervous, but I could do it. But the thing I was not very good at was these sort of more conversational settings where I'm trying to interact with people one-on-one, have a conversation, or think of something on the fly. And that's really where I've seen a lot of improvement in Toastmasters is through speech evaluations, where you have to come up with, you put together your thoughts on the fly and get up there and present it with structure in a way that's helpful for a person. That's been a huge growth area for me. But the reason I've really stuck around in Toastmasters goes beyond once you start seeing that in yourself, you really start enjoying seeing it in other people as well. So Toastmasters starts to become about a community where you are watching other people and helping other people become empowered and see the same growth that you did. And so that really excites me going forward and why I stick around. And was this the hidden benefit in this? You come in for the communication skills and then you stay for the family that you become a part of within your club and in the district as a whole. So that's what it's given to me. It's given to me both skills and a community to be a part of. Thank you, Mr. Topics Master.
Thank you, Trevor. We have time for one more. Is there another experienced member who would like to? Fahim, is that your hand? Is that your hand up, Fahim?
Yes.
Please, Fahim.
Thank you, Mr. Table Topic Master. For me, it was very simple that I lived all my life as an engineer, and being an engineer is so direct. I believe self-awareness is limited. How people perceive what you just said, regardless of the fact or numbers, how other people see it. You talk to people, here's what we need to do, 1, 2, 3. But human being is complicated. So communication and how Toastmaster teach us, there is several way of communication, many type of people who perceive this information. How can you communicate? Not your way is the only way. You need to understand how other people learn from you. It's really important. It allows us to form connections. And if you want to become a leader at your job, you need to learn how you influence decisions, how you motivate changes. How can you, without these communication skills, your ability to progress in your working world and in life is very limited or close to impossible. I believe Toastmasters not only help people to improve their communication skills, but it breaks that most fear in people when they speak up and how other people perceive them. It breaks that dreadful form of communications, and it allows them to speak clearly. Mr. Table Topic Master, thank you.
Thank you, Fahim. All right, that'll conclude our table topic segment this evening.
What is a Toastmaster? What is a Toastmaster? I think it's like a gym membership for your communication skills. With a place where you can practice how you speak and listen to others. There's 2 parts, one online, self-learning pathway, and there are other. There's practical meetings where members get together and help each other to become better speakers. I have to say, Toastmaster is working. It helped thousands of people to become better speakers, and it will help you too. Come join our meeting. We love our guests. Norwood Toastmaster Club happening every other Tuesday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m.